Jai Mata Di. As per International Chamber of Shipping website, there are around 16 and a half lakh seafarers sailing across the globe on merchant navy ships from all across the globe. Amongst them, around 7.5 lakhs are officers and remaining 9 lakhs are ratings. When it comes to ratings, Philippines is the country which has got maximum ratings employed in this marine community, followed by China, then comes Indonesia, then comes Russia, and finally Ukraine. The topmost country for employing its officers in marine community is China, followed by Philippines. Then comes India with a strong force of 1.5 lakh seafarers. Are Chinese, are Filipinos going to take our jobs in merchant navy? So let's start. First of all, see, if I consider myself a ship owner, I want to make profits for myself. Profits means earning money. So if I am a ship owner, why would I love to take a Chinese or a Filipino captain compared to an Indian captain? Point number one. Well, they charge me less. Their salary is much less compared to what an Indian captain or an Indian chief engineer or Indian officers are going to charge me. Second thing, an Indian captain, Indian chief officer, top four, they have small contracts, 4 months, 5 months. Whereas over here I've got a Chinese captain who is ready to sail for 8 months. So basically, 2 contracts of an Indian captain is equivalent to 1 contract of a Chinese captain. So I am saving money on sign-offs and sign-ons. So I am saving money over there. Third thing, what I'm talking is before the coronavirus pandemic. Chinese passport is a strong passport. In simple terms, I would say is that Indians face a lot of issues with this visa regulations. If a ship owner like me hires a Chinese guy, I know the paperwork is less, my headache is less, and I am saving money on visas as well. So basically, I am saving money on all these 3 parameters. Now, still, we Indians were hired earlier. Why? The biggest challenge that I had heard was communication skills, spoken English skills. They are not easily, Chinese and Filipinos do not converse easily on mails. The spoken English is the biggest problem. Well, guys, the last ship that I was sailing, the owners had 5 ships with Indians and 5 ships with Chinese people. And I had a lot of time interaction with the Chinese chief engineer on other ship. And trust me guys, I could not make out a difference. The communication skills were equally as good, if not bad. So that thing is gone. No more I can say myself that communication skills is something that is keeping Chinese and Filipinos behind. No. Second thing is the skill set. For years I was hearing that skill set of Chinese and Filipinos or officers are pathetic, the work culture is not good, and all those things. And for compiling this data, I have interacted with a lot of seafarers, captains, chief engineers who have sailed in mixed crew where they have sailed with Chinese and Filipinos as officers. I'm talking over here. I have talked to superintendents who are handling ships with Indian crew as well as Chinese crew. And I have got 2 different perspectives. Some are quite adamant, insisting that Chinese and Filipinos officers are very bad. It is difficult managing them, difficult working with them, and I have a different set of people as well who have worked with Chinese and they are pretty happy. They say no, they are really work oriented, they work really good. So frankly speaking, I really could not have made up my mind on this. But earlier, when the 100% people used to agree that no, they are not good, today it's a mixed view. This means when it comes to skill set, over there also as officers, Chinese and Filipinos are coming up. They are growing like anything. So as Indians, what's our duty? Should we be afraid of joining merchant navy? Thinking, अरे आज तो job है, कल नहीं रहेगा? Or should we have a solution, guys? Yes, we need to have a solution. And the solution is no. We will not work for lesser salary. No, we will not increase our contracts. But yes, we are going to increase our talent. We are going to upgrade our skills. We are going to read manuals. We are going to change our attitude and become and believe in entrepreneurship. That is working on ship as we are working on ship for our ship. This is our ship as owners. The complete attitude needs to change, and yes, with our skill set, with our talent, if we can save owners more money than they can save by getting Filipinos and Chinese into their crew, definitely they are going to hire us. They don't mind paying more money if we save them more money. So at the end of the day, all we need is we need to upgrade our skill set. We need to read, we need to learn, we need to grow, and we need to believe in ourselves. Now, out here, when so many people are listening to this view, most of you will be thinking, sir, we are 1.5 lakh seafarers over here. How can just me out here can change the whole marine community or the outlook? Well, I completely agree. You alone cannot. But can you make a difference? Well, the question is right, and let's hear the story over here. It's an old story, and I read it somewhere, and there was an author who every day morning 4 o'clock used to go and walk around the seashore. Every day 4 o'clock in the morning. So one seafarers. But importance is, can you bring a change in the attitude? If yes, you can, you will motivate and inspire so many others out there. So let us try to do that. Let us learn, let us grow, and let us make our marine community as Indian seafarers proud. Let us make ourselves proud. Thank you very much. Jai Mata Di.